And honestly, I just had an epiphany about it because I'm like, bro, not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I've been fucked up over that pedo for like 2 years, bro. But I haven't said nothing about it. I haven't said shit. I haven't said shit because somebody I grew up with, somebody I always loved. But I have 3 rules, bro. 3 rules.
So we obviously got a little bit of FaZe drama today. And I may or may not be a little bit under the influence. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we gotta talk about things. FaZe Rain recently made some extremely big statements regarding FaZe and things that he said he's gonna expose the next time he goes live, which I don't know if that's gonna be today at some point because I haven't found anything yet, or if that's gonna be tomorrow. But he mentioned the reasons he left FaZe for things like being some pedophile shit. I think he mentioned like pet abuse. Like, just watch this clip because he goes off and says that there's a lot of things that he's ready to talk about.
I want to put everything to do with me and FaZe to rest, bro, because there is so much I haven't said. And honestly, at this point, bro, I don't give a I think I'm going to collect my thoughts tomorrow and I'm going to say everything, bro. Every single thing that I know, everything. Everything. And I'm going to collect my thoughts because I have an eidetic memory, so I remember everything and anything. You know what I'm saying? And there's bad shit. I'm just going to do it on stream. I don't give a fuck. It's going to come straight from the heart. So if people have other questions, I'm going to answer it too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't even know why I left FaZe. A lot of people don't even know why. It was for multiple reasons. It was by being fucked over by my homies, you know, that I threw, this is the craziest part, bro. I threw myself under the bus instead of them. I swear to God, I put myself under the bus instead of them. I wasn't even pushed out. I left. There's a pedophile involved too, bro. I don't give a fuck if I get sued. I could give a fuck less. I always stand up for what's right. That was the final straw, bro. That was the final straw. And when I said, bro, not only did you guys air me out, y'all mother sold me out, y'all scammed me behind my back. And honestly, I just had an epiphany about it because I'm like, bro, not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I've been fucked up over that pedo shit for like 2 years, bro. But I haven't said nothing about it. I haven't said shit. I haven't said shit because somebody I grew up with, somebody I always loved. But I have 3 rules, bro. 3 rules, and I'll have your back. If you get bored and go blow somebody's head off, I'll have your back. Probably I won't agree with what you did. I mean, that's fucked up, but that's my dog. But bro, it's like the pedo shit, the grape shit, animal abuse. I don't got your back forever, bro. Yeah, I do, but I'm not really gonna do anything with that, Nick. Yeah, and I'm gonna go into detail tomorrow about that shit. I don't give a fuck. And watch how my phone gonna get blown up tonight. Watch how I'm gonna get blown up tonight. Please don't do it, bro. Please don't do it. I don't give a fuck. It's like, you know what it is, bro? It's like these people don't care about me. They don't care if I live or die. They don't care if my mom's okay or not okay. And it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad, bro. Like these people, they don't give a fuck about you. And again, I always look back to where I was in New York. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I was making more money than all of them combined in New York because I was obviously working harder. I had 2 channels, the only person with it. I was working harder than everybody, right? So I made more money than all of them combined. So I never took money. I was let everybody else have the money in hopes that we're building this beautiful company together. You know, maybe one day when it's time, you know, I'll get my piece. Y'all take care of me too, like whatever. And do you think a singular dollar was ever set my way, even brought to me indirectly through a brand deal or nothing? Even when I was going through it in 2021, not a singular fucking dollar. Even when I was going through it in 2021, medical bills was rinsing me, my family bills was rinsing me, IRS was rinsing me, everybody was rinsing me. You think anybody gave a fuck? So then, like, that's why I just had an epiphany, bro. I'm like, bro, why do I still care? Why do I feel bad? Why have I never said anything? Why? Like, why did I just throw myself under the bus and made myself look crazy for other people? And I swear to God, I'm gonna go deep in the story. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say everything from when I found out to how I brought it up to certain people's attentions who didn't care when I brought it up. I justified the fuck out of it. Not a big deal. Who cares? And then when I text it, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, this is the biggest deal in the world because I could screenshot that. And that's what I don't like about these content creator people, bro, is if I'm in a room with you and I say something, who cares? Right? Because like, I can't prove it. You can't prove I said it. But over text, you're going to pretend to care a lot more because now I can screenshot that and I can post that. Even though I wasn't even going to screenshot and post it like that, but because I can. So now we have, brother, if it was Apex, it would not be right there. Okay? I love Apex. Don't ever, like, come on, bro. That's a great man right there. That's a great man right
So I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to have a video to break down and talk about, because this is probably going to get a little bit crazy. And I started to sit and think, like, what FaZe member could he be talking about? And fortunately, I didn't have to look any further. So this is a quick edit, because while I was actually putting this video together, I realized that FaZe Banks responded to it, and he gives the name of the person that FaZe Rain is talking about, and he kind of addresses a little bit of it himself. He doesn't really go into detail. He says that Norden could explain that tomorrow, but this is what FaZe Banks had to say.
First thing I'm gonna say in this video is I'm not a pedophile. Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation, and that's why it's so heavy, and that's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now, because there's no f***ing shot I'm going out sad like that. I'm not getting labeled any kind of predator, pedophile, not me, missing you with that shit. And I'm definitely gonna talk about this and talk about the series of events that have unfolded to this point. Got a phone call about a year ago from FaZe Rain, or a text rather. He's kind of going off just about all the reasons why he's upset with FaZe, hates FaZe, doesn't f with FaZe, because it's just been a long process, obviously, guys. We've been doing this, and there's a lot. It's very, very complicated, but whatever. Rain's going off about how FaZe has slighted him, and he brings up that somebody's a pedophile and nobody gives a f*** and nobody wants to talk about it. I'm like, what the f*** are you talking about? Call him. He's like, Banks, don't f***ing play dumb. We talked about this before. I'm like, Norden, pause. You're saying that FaZe Temperrr is a pedophile, which that is who he's talking about in the clip. And there's a story, and we're going to get into it. I'm like, whoa, that's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this FaZe shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him, and I'm calling Apex, because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norden and Tommy, or Norden and Apex are the closest on the team. So obviously, if Norden's going to talk to anybody about anything and be transparent, it's Apex. So I patched Tommy and Apex in the call immediately, and we sit on this phone call and we talk for a long time. We were on the phone probably for at least an hour, maybe even 2 hours on the phone talking about this. And Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norden, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously, Rain is coming back, standing firm on the fact that, no, you did say this. I do believe that you did this, whatever. And there's a conversation that happened between Norden and FaZe Temperrr years ago. This conversation that I'm describing on the phone with Apex, Tommy, Rain, and Apex, Tommy, Rain, and myself, obviously. Sorry, I'm fried. I literally just woke up. I'm doing one video, and I'm putting this shit out there, and Rain can talk about all the details of it. Apex can respond, Tommy, whatever. So this conversation I'm describing to you guys is a phone call from a year ago, but Tommy and FaZe Rain had a conversation between themselves years ago. I might be misremembering it, but I think it was 3-4 years ago they talked about this, and that's how long these guys have been sitting on that for. So this gets brought up years later. It's obviously a very heavy accusation. Yeah, what can you do in that situation? The way we left that phone call off was, let's get to the bottom of this, let's handle it. I mean, Rain's talking about making videos, Rain's talking about this, and nobody's telling him not to. I mean, obviously, Tommy's like, bro, this isn't true, you're gonna ruin my life. Tommy, for the record, is married, lives in the Midwest, has a kid, and is pretty much more or less off this internet shit. So, you know, the implications, the ramifications rather, this has on his life, it's life-shattering, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked. And I don't, for the record, also, I don't necessarily have any reason to believe that Tommy is a predator, pedophile. If that were the case, I wouldn't be following him. He would not be my homie. I would have spoken about this to some degree, or handled it to some degree, to a point where I was satisfied with the result. But this was a thing between Norden and Tommy, and Tommy's response was, you're bugging, you're tripping, this is not true. Tommy at this point is obviously gonna have to make some sort of response and clarify, you know, what this is. I'm curious to see Apex's side of this shit too, because I remember vividly him on the call, like, this is the first time hearing about it too. I'm talking to him on the side, like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just as confused as I am, and just as obviously concerned as I am. And yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Like, we're on this call, and the way it left off was, let's get to the bottom of it. And we just never followed up. I don't think we ever, I think that's the last, as sad as it is, last phone call that us four were on together. We'll see what Tommy has to say, we'll see what Apex has to say, and we'll see what Norton has to say. Unfortunate video, and it's unfortunate that the only time, you know, I speak on social media now is about negative shit, but social media is toxic, and this whole shit is, I don't know.
So I feel like it's gonna get a little bit crazy for FaZe for a little while. We're definitely gonna have to hear a response from Temperrr, I would assume. Rain's obviously gonna break it down tomorrow. Apex may jump in. Maybe we'll hear more from Banks, but as all this shit unfolds, we'll definitely get it in videos and talk about it. I had like a whole long thing where I was trying to determine who he was talking about, breaking down like who we've seen him hang out with recently, because I figured, okay, Rain's not going to hang out with the person he's talking about if he says that this has been bothering him for the past 2 years. We've seen him with Banks. We've seen him with Adapt. Like I think a video just dropped in June with him, Rug, and Tico playing Call of Duty. So I went through and broke all it to try to determine who it was. And one of the people that I wasn't sure of was Temperrr. I said, I don't know if we've seen him interact with Temperrr recently, but Temperrr also outside of the boxing and stuff has kind of just been living his life offline. He's got a family now, had a kid. And it's unfortunately Temperrr that he's talking about. So I'm interested to see what this is that he's going to actually tell us. Based on what Banks said, it sounds like they had a conversation years ago. In the conversation, maybe he shared something with FaZe Rain that FaZe Rain was like, whoa, like you did what? Or talk like, and so maybe there was a misunderstanding. And now Temperrr is trying to say like, I never said that. Like you're misunderstanding or misremember. I don't know. We're going to have to find out, but shit look like it's going to get a little bit crazy. So let me know what you guys think down below. I appreciate you. Take it easy. Stay safe. And I will catch you in the next one, homies.